The General of the Dead Army by Ismail Kadare. The arrival of the general. An Italian general, accompanied by a priest, arrives in Albania years after World War II. His mission is to locate and repatriate the remains of Italian soldiers who died during the war. The task is daunting, given the time passed and the rugged Albanian terrain. The search begins. The general and his team start their grim work, digging up graves and collecting bones. They face logistical challenges, poor records, and the indifference of locals. The priest serves as both a spiritual guide and a mediator with Albanian villagers. Encounters with locals. The general interacts with Albanian peasants, who are often hostile or indifferent. Some demand money for information, while others resent the intrusion. The cultural divide between the Italians and Albanians becomes evident. The weight of the past. As the exhumations continue, the general reflects on the futility of war and the anonymity of death. He struggles with the moral implications of his mission, whether it serves honor or merely disturbs the dead. The priest's doubts. The priest begins questioning the purpose of their task. He sees the suffering of the living and wonders if the dead should be left in peace. His faith is tested as he witnesses the general's growing obsession. The general's obsession. The general becomes increasingly consumed by his mission, losing sight of its original purpose. He insists on finding every last soldier, even when evidence is scarce. His mental state deteriorates under the burden. The futility of the task. The team faces the reality that many soldiers will never be found. The records are incomplete, and some graves are unmarked. The general's insistence on continuing begins to seem irrational. The final discovery. The general locates the remains of a high-ranking officer, providing a fleeting sense of accomplishment. However, the victory feels hollow, as the war's devastation overshadows any individual recovery. The return home. The general prepares to leave Albania with the recovered remains. He feels no triumph, only exhaustion and disillusionment. The priest remains conflicted, unsure if their work had any meaning. The legacy of the dead. The novel ends with the general departing, but the dead soldier's presence lingers. The futility of war and the impossibility of true reconciliation with the past are emphasized, leaving a haunting impression. The General of the Dead Army is a haunting meditation on war, memory, and the futility of attempting to undo the past. Through the general's obsessive mission, Kadare exposes the emptiness of nationalistic duty and the silent suffering left in war's wake. The novel's power lies in its quiet despair. The dead remain nameless, the living indifferent, and the act of retrieval becomes a meaningless ritual. In the end, neither the general nor the priest finds redemption, only the crushing weight of history's unresolved ghosts.